Gladys Granati.
Okay, let's see which one this is. I'm Judge Hazel, and you're here today on a charge of domestic violence, criminal damage. Do you understand why you're here today? Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to release you, give you a new court date of July the 8th at 10:30 in the morning in Pima County Justice Court in downtown Tucson. Standard conditions of release will apply, including the condition no contact with any victims, don't return to the victim location. So you are being released, okay?
I have a question.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry. My daughter lives at my house, so where am I to return to?
You'll have to find a place to stay until your next court date.
And I see
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Ryan King.
Mr. King, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here tonight because you have 4 warrants out of justice court. Do you understand why you're here today? What I'm going to do in all of your cases, I am going to appoint Janet Altschuler to be your lawyer. I'm going to give you a new court date on all cases on Monday at 1 p.m. with Judge Garza in Justice Court. I'm going to set a secured bond in all cases in the amount of $250 for a total bond of $1,000. So your new court date will be on Monday, 2 days from now at 1 p.m. You will have a lawyer. And if you post the $1,000 bond, you will be released. Otherwise, you'll see the judge that time with your lawyer. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, good luck to you. Hi, can I have your name?
Julia Molina Robles.
You're here today on several different things. First, you have a new paraphernalia case out of justice court, but more importantly, you have a warrants, multiple warrants out of the city of Tucson. I'm going to talk to you about your city of Tucson case first. You failed to appear, and Judge Maldonado has asked that I set a bond in your case. What I am going to do is appoint the Tucson City Public Defender to represent you. I'm going to set a secured bond in the amount of cash secured bond in the amount of $1,000 as requested. I'm going to give you a new court date for a video review of July the 8th at 1:45 p.m. If you post the bond and are released, you must appear on July 31st at 2 p.m. But you will have a lawyer for your next court date. Now, let me talk to you about your justice court case. You have a new charge of possession of drug. On that new justice court case, I am releasing you. I'm going to give you a new court date of July the 8th. So you are being released with standard conditions in that matter. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
The one that I come on July 8th, I know I have court July 8th because I don't think I'm gonna post bond. But will I still come again on the 31st, or are they all gonna be put
You'll have
together?
to
I don't
talk,
get
you'll
it.
have to talk to your lawyer in Tucson and they'll help you with that, figure it all out.
Okay, all my courts are put together.
Yes.
The justice.
No, I can't put the justice. You have it on the H2. They'll transport you if need to, or put you on video if you need to be.
Okay, but on the other one for the probation one, that one's all together still.
Yes, you have 4 cases. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all those are put together, and I go to court for all of them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next one.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Shane Brookins.
Can you say it a little slower for me?
Shane Brookins.
What number with that? Okay. Mr. Brookins, you have some drug paraphernalia cases out of the city of Tucson. I am going to release you and give you a new court date of July the 22nd at 10 a.m. You must appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
See next one.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Carla,
Hold
Gabriela Olmedo.
You the one from this morning?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. I saw you this morning and released you.
Mm-hmm.
Missed me, huh?
Yep.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is set a $1,000 bond on your case and give you a new court date of July the 8th at 1:45 p.m. I'm gonna set a $1,000 bond, cash secured. I'm gonna appoint the public defender to represent you. So you're gonna have a new court date on July the 8th. If you do post the bond of $1,000, your new court date will be on July the 29th. Okay? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And I'll see with the rest of the females. Next one.
Hi, can I have your name?
Yeah, Sean Red.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of assault, disorderly conduct, and unlawful imprisonment. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
Okay, what I'm going to do on this charge is release you and give you a new court date. Standard conditions of release will apply, including no contact with any victims and don't return to the scene of the crime, but you are being released on this matter. Do you understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
And do you understand the release conditions that you can't have any contact with the alleged victim in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let me finish the paperwork. This is the one I made a mistake on the date. Okay, any questions at all?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. This
Sir.
is the one I messed up and put the wrong image. I think that was the one you're trying to tell me I messed up. Is the interpreter on the line with us? No. So maybe you can reach out to them. Hi, what's your name?
Evan Simmons, Claiborne.
Okay, you're here today because you have several warrants from your arrest from the city of Tucson. Do you understand that?
Yes.
What I'm going to do is appoint the Tucson City Public Defender to represent you. I'm going to set a $100 bond on your case and give you a new court date of July the 8th. If you post that bond, your new court date will be the July the 28th. So your total bond is $100. If you post it, you'll be released. Otherwise, you'll have a lawyer and you'll appear on July the 8th. Okay?
Right.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you. Stand up. Let's see. Let's see. Next. Let's see.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Oh, Valenzuela.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of resisting arrest, underage consumption, assault, disorderly conduct. I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of August the 4th. You must
Okay.
appear at that time under standard release conditions. You fail to appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Check on there, let's see this. Yes. Thank you.
Hey, Judge Carter Santini here for the defendants tonight.
Good. Thank you for getting all dressed up.
I tried.
I don't even make the attempt. Any luck with the interpreter? To the jail, if we can hold the interpreter matter toward the end, we're waiting for an interpreter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you for helping me with that.
Come on, CA.
Hi, can I have your name?
Dylan. Bouts.
Okay, you're here today because you have a warrant for your arrest out of Justice Court. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of July the 21st at 1 o'clock at 9:30 in the morning with Judge Foreman in Justice Court. If you fail to appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand? Also, in previous proceedings, Janet Altschuler has been appointed to your lawyer, so she remains appointed to you. On your paperwork is going to be her phone number where you can reach out to her, okay?
Thanks.
All right, you're being released. Good luck to you.
Thanks. Judge, was that owner recognizance or pretrial services?
OR,
OR.
yeah, I don't think we can put city people I don't put misdemeanors on pretrial.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They heard you wanted to leave, so they're gonna save your last one. I heard that. Is he like a keep separate or something? He is. Okay. We were on a roll there for a time. Do they have a lead supervisor you call for that? Oh, that's great. My Spanish isn't that good. I would never do that anyway. Oh yeah, we can always do that, huh? Their Spanish is worse than mine. Usually it is actually.
Down. Sit right there. Sit down.
Sit down.
There you go. Sit down.
Sit down.
Jason,
Can you give me gloves?
Hi, can I have your name? Or officer, can you tell me who this is?
Bobby Jill.
Staff,
Bobby Jill.
staff, can you help me? Officers, could you give us the name, please?
It's gonna be Hoff Michelle.
It's Bobby Joe, BOBBIE-JOE.
Okay,
What I said.
thank you. All right, Ms. Huff, you're here today on two things.
No, it's hot. Calm down. It's BOBBIE-JOE. You need my socials? What?
It's okay. You can unmute, right? I've heard anything that's ever been said in 40 years, so I'm not offended.
You have no, you don't know shit. This is my life. I know what paperwork. I know what's said. You don't get involved. You don't know. Let him talk. Let him talk. I'm tired. I mean, I'm so tired. Like, they don't have me with a blanket. Like, they have fun shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
We can tell you now, but you have name.
Yeah, it's Bobby. BOBBIE-JOE.
Okay, Bobby, let's talk about why you're here, okay?
Okay.
Judge Hazel, you're here on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. And then after you got to jail, they charged you with promoting prison contraband, basically having some drugs on you when they brought you into facility. So that's
Don't say anything. I can all be held against you. All right. Just let him talk. Well, I'll talk for you. All right. You got it. Go on, Your Honor.
okay. Does the county attorney have a recommendation? You might be muted.
Yes, Judge, sorry about that. Your Honor, the state recommends bonds in the amount of $500 for the possession case, and for the contraband case, $2,000.
And is she steps eligible on any of these cases?
On the possession case, yes, Judge.
All right, attorney for the defendant.
Judge, we'd be asking for her release this evening to pretrial services, noting the amount of drugs in question here, the fact that she is steps eligible. So those do raise her to release. If you are inclined to hold her on a bond, Judge, we'd be asking for a much more nominal bond of $500. That's for both cases, given her history.
Okay, thank you. First, on the possession charge, I am going to set a bond in the amount of $500, set it for a steps hearing on July 7th, preliminary hearing on July 8th. Appoint the Office of the Public Defender with standard release conditions. Let's go on to the other case. On the other case, I'm also going to set a bond in the amount of $500, set it for preliminary hearing at the same date, time, and place. Appoint the public defender on all cases. Ma'am, your new court date is July the 8th. Good luck to you. Thank you, officers, for being here.
What is
Well, whoever they bring, they bring. They must be watching the newest version of the Squid Game. That's what the one fight was over. The Squid Game. I never really watched that. Anything I have to think about it. Well, 106 should be coming pretty soon, right? Okay. Do you want me to announce we need to do 106 next so you have to leave? See how that goes over?
Give me right here on this chair. Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
What's your name?
Rico?
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. I'm here to do an initial appearance on your case. You have some charges out of the city of Tucson. I'm going to release you and give you a new court date of July the 28th at 10 a.m. in Tucson City Court. So you are being released. Your next court date will be July the 28th, okay?
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice night. See you tomorrow. Which number is the interpreter one? Hi, can I have your name, please?
Brandon Adame.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. I'm here to conduct your initial appearance this evening. You're charged with aggravated assault domestic violence. Does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, the state's recommending a bond of $50,000. The state would note that there is no criminal history. However, the offense involves a handgun. There was a Form 4C, which indicates elevated risk and the presence of minor children at the time of the incident. Based on the details contained in the interim complaint, the state believes a $50,000 bond is appropriate.
Okay, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, we are asking that you release Mr. Adame to the supervision of pretrial services, noting that he is a 1-to-1 on the scales. He has no prior criminal history, not even a speeding ticket. He is an Army vet. He is on full VA disability. This incident is related to that kind of disability. He has very, very serious mental health struggles. He is connected with the Veterans Relief Center or the CRC, so we would ask that he be released to the third-party custody of the CRC or the Veterans Relief Center, whichever is able to house him. I think that's a little more supportive given this history. Notably, the victim in this matter is not objecting to release or to contact. If the court does have concerns about victim contact in this case, Brandon does have housing available with his mom, who lives in Tucson. That's why he's moved to Tucson. He can stay there away from the victim if the court is concerned. If the court is inclined to post a bond, Judge, bonds are not supposed to be unreasonable to the point that they can't pay them. I've had a discussion with Brandon about what he would be able to post that would assure his appearance and not be unreasonable. A $2,500 bond would be appropriate, and he'd be able to make that. But I don't believe that would be necessary given his lack of criminal history and his full compliance with the police in this matter would be appropriate for pretrial services. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to take the following actions in this matter. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent the defendant. I'm going to set this matter for a preliminary hearing on July 8th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to set a bond of $5,000 cash secured pretrial if posted. Standard release conditions will apply with additional conditions of surrender any firearms if he has any firearms. I'm going to impose additional conditions of no contact with any victims, don't return to the alleged victim location. I am aware of her request, but for public safety, I'm making that order. Sir, your next court date is July the 8th. Your bond is $5,000. It is posted. You can't return to that location. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
So how are we doing with the language line thing? Oh, you're trying still. Okay. Because we can hold it to the end. For the benefit of the jail, we do now have an interpreter on the line.
It's Lino.
Jose? Who's actually next on the list?
Oh, perfect timing, eh? Por sentación aquí. Oh, gracias. Vamos a un interpreter.
Jose, you said.
Is the interpreter on the line with us?
Hola, un gusto saludarle. Mi nombre es Miguel, intérprete de español.
Man,
¿Cuál es su ficha?
José Jesús Munguía, Duarte.
Sir, I'm Judge Hazel.
Señor, soy el juez. Hazel.
Sir, you're here today charged with aggravated DUI, wrong way driving, and criminal damage.
Usted está aquí el día de hoy por cargos agravados de lo que serían cargos de conducir bajo la influencia, ¿verdad? Conducir bajo influencias, ¿ok? Y, bueno, daños criminales conduciendo en la área incorrecta.
Does the state have a recommendation in this case?
En este estado tenemos una recomendación en este caso.
Your Honor, the state recommends a bond of $40,000.
Thank you.
Usted está bajo la misma recomendación de un trato de $40,000.
Attorney for the defendant?
Judge, weighing towards his release, he is a 2 and 2 on the scale. He's been in Tucson for 27 years, and he has verified housing, employment, and third-party custody.
Recibimos su liberación. Él tiene 2 y 2 en la escala y ha estado en Tucson por 27 años y se le ha verificado el empleo, el hogar y también la custodia de un tercero.
And he has been successful at probation in the past. If you're not inclined to release him to the services of pretrial services, we'd be asking for a much more reduced bond of $1,100.
Thank you.
Y ha sido exitoso esta aprobación en el pasado. Si usted no está de acuerdo en liberarlo con los servicios de previo al juicio, él va a estar pidiendo más que se le reduzca.
Sir, what I'm going to do,
Entonces, ¿qué voy a hacer?
I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you.
Voy a asignar a un representante público, a un defensor público para que lo represente.
I'm going to give you a new court date of July the 8th.
Le van a dar una nueva fecha en la corte el 8 de julio.
I'm going to set a secured bond in the amount of $7,500.
Y lo que voy a hacer es que voy a hacer un monto seguro, un vínculo seguro, por el monto de $7,500.
And I'm going to impose standard conditions which include no alcohol.
Esta va a ser la fianza, una fianza segura de $7,500 y le voy a imponer condiciones estándares que incluyen no alcohol.
Good luck to you, sir.
Buena suerte a usted, señor.
José.
Y su fianza, y es el número de su abogado. Él venía previamente por martes, amigos, para hablar contigo y para explicar cómo pegar y cómo cambiar el fianza. Aquí es su próxima audiencia. Este es más una fecha límite para los arrestados.
Están haciendo la fecha del
Ahora es por julio, es el 8 de julio.
8 de julio.
Sí. Sí, es una fecha límite para los arrestados.
18 o 8.
8.
8.
Sí, ahora. Aquí.
Sí.
Ok, muchísimas gracias.
Entonces, por ejemplo, con cuestión del carro para recogerlo, porque no sé dónde, pero
Su carro está por Gary's Towing.
sí.
Yo puedo marcar Su esposo o alguien.
Sí, sí, bueno.
Ok. No tengo el número, pero este es el ponía.
Entonces, ya lo puedo
Sí, claro. Sí, no sé.
ahora que
Sí.
sea.
Exacto.
Ok, thank you.
Sí, sí. Que tenga un buen día.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, you're free to go, Madam Interpreter. Thank you.
Thank you for calling Lion Bridge for your language needs. Take care, sir.
Person sitting there, can I have your name, please?
Angel Marie Allen.
I am Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of possession of drug paraphernalia,
Your
possession
interpreter has. Goodbye.
of let me look. So, does the state have a recommendation in her case?
Yes, Your Honor, the state recommends release of pretrial services as well as the steps toward hearing.
Attorney for the defendant.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to release you. Is she waiving her time for a timely preliminary hearing?
She is.
I'm going to release you, ma'am. I'm going to set this matter for what's called a steps hearing on July the 7th at 9 a.m. That's a program that allows you to have your case dismissed if you complete the terms of your case. I'm setting your matter for a preliminary hearing on August 12th at 1:30 p.m. Standard release conditions will apply in your case. I am also appointing the Office of the Public Defender. You are being released. Good luck to you, ma'am.
That's July the 7th.
Yes.
Make sure you go to this hearing. If you complete some classes, some drug treatment stuff, they'll dismiss this felony against you, okay? It's a good deal. I'll call your attorney on Monday if you want more explanation about the steps here. It's really, really important that you go to that, okay? Okay. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wendy. So just throwing to see if there's a few minutes, sir. Step on up.
And for the benefit of the attorneys, the person that's coming up next was in this morning as well. Sir, can I have your name?
Yeah, it's Victor Enriquez, Your Honor.
Sir, you were with me this morning. I'm Judge Hazel again. You're here now on charges of promoting prison contraband. I saw you this morning on another charge. Does the state have a recommendation in this matter?
Your Honor, the state recommends a bond of $2,500, noting the criminal history as well as the pending felony charge the court mentioned.
And for the benefit of the public defender, he's being held on his other charge as well. But
We understand that, Judge. So I just asked for a $500 bond as well, seeing as he is being held.
I'm going to set a bond in the amount of $1,000. I'm going to set this matter for preliminary hearing on July the 8th at 1:30 p.m. in Justice Court. I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent the defendant with standard conditions. Sir, your next court date on both of your cases, July the 8th. You must appear at that time if you post bond, otherwise you'll remain in custody. You can have this one back. I'm sorry, I didn't stick with it.
Next one. Go and have a seat.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
David Diaz.
You're here today charged with felony DUI or a DUI driving on a suspended life. Does the state have a recommendation in this matter?
Your Honor, the state recommends a bond of $15,000. The defendant does have a prior felony conviction. It was a DUI case, and it looks like he is currently on probation for that offense.
All right, attorney for the defendant.
Judge, weighing towards his release, he is a 3-2 on the scale. He does have employment, and he's a lifelong Tucsonan. If you're not inclined to release him, especially given that there could be a probation hold coming on Monday, we would ask for a more nominal bond of $1,100, given his indigency.
All right, I'm going to set this matter for a preliminary hearing on July the 8th. I'm going to appoint the counsel to represent the defendant. I'm going to impose standard conditions, including no alcohol and no driving without a valid license. I'm going to set a secured bond in the amount, cash secured bond in the amount of $2,000 pretrial if posted. Sir, I'm going to set a bond in the amount of $2,000 in your case. You may be facing a probation violation. We don't know at this point. If you post the bond, you will be released, but you must appear in court at that time. Good luck to you, sir.
Excellent. So, like, how much? So 2,000. If you're able to post like a title to the car out for something, it's just $200, and then that's security. All right. All right. Good luck, man. Good luck.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Kayla Monet Hall.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of possession of dangerous drug, possession of narcotic drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. The state have a recommendation in this matter?
Your Honor, the state recommends bond of $1,000, noting that she appears to be on probation for 2 separate cases. The state would also recommend a steps court hearing based on the charges.
Attorney for the defendant.
Judge, we would ask for her release to pretrial services. This looks like kind of a relapse case. It's something that probation could work with. She would be under dual supervision of both pretrial services as well as the Office of Probation. She has verified housing and third-party custody, as well as 4 kids who are dependent on her. If you're not inclined to release her this evening, Judge, I would ask for a lower bond of $500 given the charge.
Thank you. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent the defendant in this matter. I'm going to set a bond in the amount of $500 cash secured, pretrial if posted. Setting the matter for a steps hearing on July the 7th, and I'm setting the matter for preliminary hearing on July the 8th. Ma'am, if you are eligible for steps, that's a diversion program. If you complete that, that could result in the dismissal of your case. So your next court dates are July 7th and July 8th. If you post the bond, you must appear in court on those times. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh, this. Here. Good luck.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, can I have your name, please?
Yes, it is Floralena Obregon Casaneta.
Okay, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of aggravated domestic violence. Does the state have a recommendation on these charges?
Yes, Your Honor. The state recommends a bond of $10,000. The state would note the active NBCA flag, as well as the concerning misdemeanor domestic violence history with a pending case and on probation for 2 others.
I'm not on probation. Oh,
Attorney for the defendant?
Can I have 1 second, Judge?
Absolutely.
So, Judge weighing towards her release, the victim does not object to her release. She has indicated to me that she does have places to stay in Tucson. She has plenty of friends, one that has her car that she's welcome at her house. She has 20 years in Tucson with no felony history. She does have DV history, but only starting in this past year. She's indicated to me that with these Miranda cases, she is doing her classes and she's checking in over there. She also indicated that there might be a mistake on the Tucson one, confusing her with her twin sister with a similar name. If you're not inclined to release her, Judge, we'd be asking for a much more nominal bond of $500, given her unemployment and indigency.
All right, thank you. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent the defendant. I'm going to impose standard conditions, including no contact with any victims, don't go to victim location. I'm going to set a bond in the amount of $2,500 and set this matter for a preliminary hearing on July the 8th. If bond is posted, she'll be released through pretrial services. Ma'am, your next court date is July the 8th. If you post the bond, you must appear in court or warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
So yeah, so I won't be able to get released.
No, it's okay.
Which would be how much?
$2,500. If you're able to put up like title to a car or something, it's 200 bits.
250.
And talk to your attorney. He'll come out to see you.
Well, I'll let you make any phone calls or
They will once you're in. Don't worry. You'll be all right.
and how is he?
Once they get you set up through the, once they put you in order,
I can't call my mom to see if she can bomb me out tonight.
you'll be able to. No, they'll get you. They'll get you.
Because they got me in the fish tank. You'll be able to use
Yeah, they'll be able. They'll get you.
right now.
Talk to the deputy about it. She'll get you set up.
Okay. So I need to bring up to see man. Oh,
All right, next. Another teacher.
Yeah, you want to get
Sir, can I have your name, please?
Sergio Alejandro Ortiz Yepes.
I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today charged with aggravated assault. Does the state have a recommendation in this matter?
Your Honor, the state recommends a bond of $5,000 based on the defendant's criminal history.
Attorney for the defendant.
Judge weighing towards Sergio's release this evening, he is a 3-2 on the scale. He has verified housing and employment. As to risk to the victim, he doesn't know this victim, so he doesn't pose a continued risk to the victim. He can abide by release conditions to stay away. Looking at his criminal history, Judge, it does seem to be mostly drug and drug associated, and he hasn't had any new criminal charges since 2019, so he's been on the straight and narrow for a minute. If you're not inclined to release him this evening, Judge, we'd be asking for a more reasonable bond of $1,100.
Thank you. Sir, I'm going to set your matter for a preliminary hearing on July the 8th at 1:30 p.m. in Justice Court. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000 cash secured. If posted, it will be you'll be supervised through pretrial. I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Standard release conditions will apply with additional conditions: no contact with any victims, and don't go to where the victim is located. Sir, your new court date is July the 8th. Your bond is $1,000. If you post the bond, you will be released. If not, you'll be in jail until that day. If you do post the bond, make sure you make your court date. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Go on, sir. Before 8, incredible. Thank you. Thank you, Brad.
All right. Good night, everyone.